Okay. All right. So this is part two of the Gender Be Like series.
Yeah.
We read Gender in High School Be Like, I think, last week, and we're
hmm
gonna read Gender in College Be Like by Ash's Two Aces. Summary: Other people. This character gives off trans mass slash femme slash NB vibes to me. Me, lol, the space players are space gender, the void players are void gender, vent gender. What is wind? A fluid, gender fluid. The eldritch girls are eldritch gender and also lesbiabs. The ghost is ghost gender. A binary b-boy is bi gender b slash boy. Krabby boy feels more like a lobster at the moment. Who else? Who else?
Alrighty. Let me know when you're ready and I will take it away.
Okay, I'm ready.
Your name is Karkat Vontis, and most of your hometown friends have managed to wrangle their ways out of family shit for another massive sleepover at Jade's place during Thanksgiving break. They sort of became a thing over the years, especially after high school, when the group chats got slow and you barely have time to see any of them. Jade opens the door for you before you can even push the buzzer. He's got quite the outfit, matching galaxy pattern poncho and billowy pants.
Oh wow, that's an amazing outfit.
Thanks. I'm planning on coming out to everyone today. I mean, even the people here who I haven't told yet are some sort of queer, so I'm going for it. You pretend to be a spaceship.
Space gender.
C does a twirl, the galaxy's fanning out around her. Space gender. Well, come on in. A lot of us are in the kitchen right now. You follow here into the kitchen, speculating.
I think my gender is some sort of crustacean right now. Maybe a lobster.
Solix pops their head into the hallway.
Y'all meaning your genders? Well, mine are Thorma bees in a trench coat and
He claps their hands and hails dramatically.
boy.
You round the corner and find a decent chunk of the invite list pouring drinks and eating snacks.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Happy to finally be somewhere I won't be misgendered constantly.
Everyone in the kitchen says F almost simultaneously. Rose throws back a shot of what you hope is apple juice, probably as punishment for participating in a meme.
Well, I am an eldritch being whose gender cannot be pronounced by mortal tongues.
The Ouija board in Solix's bag spells out, "My gender is ghost." No one notices, though, since it is in a bag. Sometimes commitment to an aesthetic is more important than being heard. "My gender is lesbian," Kanaya says matter-of-factly. Rose nods.
I suppose I am one of those as well.
"I'm a lesbian," says June, having just been let in by Jade. "Why are we talking about lesbians?"
We were talking about gender, theoretically.
"Oh, I have one of those."
I do not. I am void.
Utters Equius from where he was somehow hiding behind the shorter Nepida. You approach them to clarify.
Should I be using different pronouns then?
Equius looks mortified at being noticed and attempts to sink further into the wall.
Fiddlesticks. I did not intend to be hurt. I do not,
Nepida comes to the rescue.
I believe the relevant meme is my pronouns are none. Do not refer to me.
yes. Okay then.
You take pity on the void and divert your attention elsewhere. Jade is explaining to Solix that yes, C can see that he snuck in some alcohol, yes. They are all over 21, but no one is allowed to get any more than mildly buzzed in your house. Based on the sharp glances C is giving Rose, that shot was not apple juice. Speaking of AJ, Dave has arrived. Damn, he looks good in anything. It's been a bit longer since you had your last break up than it was last time you saw him, and you still think dating someone who isn't your increasingly drama-filled college friend group would be nice. It wouldn't be a rebound at this point. You know you're his type from that one time you dated in high school. The reasons you broke up then are mostly irrelevant now. It could be a good idea. You hope you're not just telling yourself that. You walk over to where he's carrying June around in a hug. Dang, those are some good muscles. You are both jealous of and attracted to the display. Oh my god, Dave, put me down.
Hey, Dave, how's it hanging?
He puts June down with a
Seriously, though, good to see you, Egderp.
and turns to flash you for what is for him a radiant grin.
Hey, Karkat, long time no see. Done anything interesting while I've been gone? Anyone interesting?
He waggles his eyebrows suggestively.
Tyrion, innuendo, no. To your first question, IDK, same old, same old? Oh, I did take a really cool class this term. It's a screenplay writing workshop and is totally my cup of tea. I could go on about it for a while. What about you? Oh, you know me, taking cool photos, nerding out over dead shit, being the baddest and the raddest, the usual.
Whose line is this next, June?
June, I think.
Heh, Dave, who even says rad anymore?
Me, I say rad, because that's what I am.
Sure. Finally, Pfeffery is the last to arrive.
God, my family is shoal overbearing. I'm sorry I'm late.
It's fine. I'm glad you could come. Okay, now that everyone's here, I have a little announcement to make. Most people seem to have heard here, and with a little hey, Solix, and gesturing, everyone. Oh, hey, Sholix. I don't know.
That was Pfeffery.
Okay. And gesturing, everyone is quiet and looking expectantly at Jade. Okay, so I've already told some people this, but I thought I'd take this opportunity to get everyone on the same page with my pronouns. I go by see here now. You, Solix, and Rose all briefly applaud here, and Pfeffery, Nepeta, and June join in a little late, to which C giggles at the release of tension and does a little bow. Dave, a wonderful transality that he is, asks the inevitable question somehow completely inoffensively.
Ooh, yay, Jade, congrats. Also, I don't know this set yet, and I don't want to mess it up. What are the other grammatical forms, please?
Oh, yes, see here, here's yourself.
Okay, so I saw here, this is here coat, it is here, see is here self. Yeah, that makes sense, thanks.
No problem. You are very polite.
I live to serve.
Oh, this is so exciting! More agendery people in the Frond group. Heck yes.
I think that's Jade.
Jade, okay. Yep. We're gonna have so much fun making fun of the cishet nonsense in the movies I've picked out.
As long as it doesn't devolve into make fun of Karkat's love of rom-coms again.
Don't worry, none of them are rom-coms. They just feature the garbage genders and their weird ideas about relationships, like all mainstream media.
Wow, you really aren't selling these movies to us very well.
It's called Classics tonight. They're all very silly and fun. I'm just putting out a blanket warming for cishet shenanigans.
Fair enough. I personally intend to meowk my own headcanons about the characters' genders and relationships.
I will assist you in this endeavor. My mind's eye will see through their shoddy facades of binary genders to find the true names of the eldritch abominations lurking therein.
You just call out random nouns that vibe with the characters, and you'll just have to accept my expert gender diagnosis, lol.
I'm so fucking confused.
Dave cuts in with a contemplative look on his face.
What even is gender?
How are you supposed to answer that? You're pretty sure Dave's the only cis person here, so you find yourself code switching automatically. Way to get whiplash.
Now, you want the answer we give cis people, or what we say amongst our trans brethren?
Dave looks uncomfortable with all the eyes on him and starts babbling.
I mean, what I think I meant that as a philosophical type question, but also I'm legit confused by all this. I feel kind of shitty for not getting it, but also I feel like I'm getting pranked and gender doesn't actually exist, or I don't know how serious y'all are being with what you're saying at any given point, and I'm not in on the joke, but I want to be, and I feel like I am, but I don't know if I'm misinterpreting it, and I'm just confused by the concept of gender, and, knowing what that even is or means, or what I'm supposed to feel about it, and, seriously, does it actually exist, or, what IDK the fuck I am anymore? Do I even exist? Okay, hold up.
He looks at you thankfully for stopping the madness, but you are still processing what he said. He might not be as cis as you thought, and once you've got on your egg-cracking mental coat, you can continue.
This is sounding a little familiar, so I'm gonna ask some of those questions completely seriously and without bullshit.
You glare at everyone still looking at the two of you quickly, while you move to be closer to him and lower your voice as much as you can. Dave crosses his arms and leans back against the wall with a blank expression, but you're pretty sure he's still receptive since he gives you a tiny nod.
Okay, so yes, we do say a lot of things about gender jokingly, but almost all of them hold at least a little nugget of truth. One of the problems with the English language is that it doesn't have a great vocabulary for talking about really nebulous or even many specific feelings related to gender, so we make shit up that gets the general idea across as long as everyone listening is thinking about gender as this weird, hard to articulate thing. Like, when I say my gender is a crustacean, I'm trying to say that I have no fucking clue what's going on with it in terms anyone, including me, would understand, but I also feel like riffing off of an inside joke where people call me a crab for being crabby. That, makes sense, yeah. And about your question of whether gender is real, well, that is a good fucking question, but I will say that it's absolutely real for people who do have a gender, or a significant portion of one anyway. That kind of existential question, given how steeped in trans rep you are, it kind of reminds me of how I feel when I'm abgender. That's just my experience, though. I don't want to try and force you into a label or anything, but I think it might be a good idea to look into it. Yo, Nep, I know you're listening. What's your take?
Nepeta jumps slightly at being addressed.
Oh, yeah, I think furry similarly when I'm agender too. Like, why do people seem so hung up over it when it doesn't exist all? You know? Dave could totally be feeling that.
I mean, I have looked up some gender shit online. I don't know if I'm just making this shit up to fit in. I don't really feel strongly about it, and I've been fine just living my life as a dude, just...
I have some pretty sweet guides at my claw tips over on Tumblr if you want me to send them to you.
That'd be chill, Nep. Hell yeah. Well, feel free to join in any time on our joking around in the meantime, now that I've cleared up how to interpret gender-based ones. I do feel better after your spiel, so I probably will. Thanks, Karks. You got any new pronoun preferences? Nah, IDK right now, like IDK if I have any preferences at all, but hey, I guess everyone here is trans and probably eavesdropped on part of that, so honestly, feel fucking free. I guess I can find out if I have any preferences trial by fire style. Why the fuck not?
You're probably going to use they them until told otherwise, because that's how you personally roll. But you'll bet your left arm that giving free rein to Solix will result in Dave finding out what they don't like, if anything, because, wow, can that being come up with infinite pronouns at the drop of a hat? Time to break out the gender-neutral pickup lines.
That was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Also, it's been a while since we've done a fic where we just each had to do like different voices. Now that I think about it, so that was kind of fun, actually.